I'm Jana Rambo, and I'm an instructional designer at Trellix. In this video, I'll show you how to create and use dashboards in ePO.
Dashboards help administrators to understand what's happening in their environment. It provides a visual cue as to what they're looking at and what types of items where there may be some issues, and provides some background to the management team to show them how many machines are updating correctly, how it looks from a health standpoint in their environment, and alerts them to scenarios that may show issues. To get to dashboards, we'll click on Dashboards on the menu bar. If you click the drop down, you can see all the various default dashboards available in your environment. As you add products into your environment on your ePO server, you'll have more dashboards that are part of the standard sets for those products. One of the key dashboards to look at is the ePO summary dashboard. This one basically provides your visual cue as to what your data and engine are currently set up for, what's pulled down for your data and engine, and what's available out there in the system. This is the main repository pull, and it shows when it was last performed and that it was successful. You can let this run and it will typically catch up with itself as you go through the day, but this gives you a good visual cue as to what's available out there and where things are from a constant standpoint. So you can first and foremost make sure the security of your systems and your endpoint machines are running what they need to run and running the latest DAT files and engines for safety's and security's sake. You can also see the systems per top level group. So you see these varying default monitors. You can use the quick system search over here to do a quick search of your systems in your environment. Then you've got direct links to Trellix support for technical support for products. The escalation tool if you need to escalate an issue at some point in your environment. The global threat intelligence is another area that reminds you the emerging threats in the environment. And then, of course, the Trellix homepage here. These are all the default monitors that are currently in the ePO summary dashboard that you have. If you expand dashboard actions, you have multiple options. You can create a new dashboard from scratch. You can also duplicate a dashboard. You can import and export. When you duplicate a dashboard, you can duplicate it, then change out monitors if you wish. For this demo, I duplicated an ePO summary dashboard. Let's bring that up. And now, if we want to add a monitor, we'll click the Add Monitor. And let's say we want to add a server snapshot monitor. So we'll click on that category. And here's our monitor right here. If you place your cursor over the server snapshot icon, you can see dots in the upper left corner. This tells you that you can drag this monitor to your dashboard and drop it in the location you want. So let's do that. So I want to put it right down here where I have a space. Now you can see my dashboard here that I've created, and you can see my snapshot is out of date. I can take a new snapshot to get it up to date again, and that way it would no longer show out of date. Let's click Close. If I don't save this at this point, I can click on Discard and Leave Page, and it will no longer display your new server snapshot monitor. We can go back and add it back in. So let's do that. Add Monitor, Server Snapshot, drag it back down here. And you can see the server snapshot monitor is there now and that it is still saving the snapshot to the database. Okay, let's save this monitor now. So we're going to click Close and Save. Now let's go back to the ePO summary dashboard that we were originally on. Okay, now let's return to our new dashboard. Now you can see my server snapshot is actually still there. The key is to make sure that you click the Save button after you add a monitor or remove a monitor or make any other changes to a dashboard so that your dashboard will look the way you expect it to look when you go back to it. Another function I want to talk about here is the drop-down menus on the monitors. Here you've got a refresh option, so let's say that you updated that and you want to see the updated version, you could click Refresh to see the updated version. On the System per Top Level Group drop down, you can go full screen, you can edit the monitor, you can refresh the monitor, or you can remove the monitor. Let's click on full screen and see what that looks like. So it opens the monitor in full screen mode so you can see all the data that's associated with that monitor. Let's click Close and go back and see what Edit Monitor looks like. This brings you into a dialog where you can change your monitor content and refresh interval that you can configure as needed in your environment. If you look in the Monitor Content drop-down, you can change this monitor. There are many other monitors available, and if you don't want this monitor display in your dashboard, you can change it. Let's say I want to look at threat events. So we will find threat events, and let's click on a monitor here. And that's more in line with what I need to see right now. So we can have this monitor in our dashboard. Click OK. And here it is. Again, keep in mind that you have your Save and Discard buttons, so make sure that once you make your changes, click Save to keep the changes you've made.
And that's how you create and use dashboards in ePO. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more product insights from Trellix.